back and went back to Hill. Been to jail, came home and went back to jail. Made sales, got a job, went back to sales. Still smart enough to know that I ain't actually failed. Progress stagnant cause you ain't following up. One thing.
What up, TMS family? And today is Sunday, May 4th, 2025. That's right, May the 4th be with you. And I'm your host, MT, and with me are my co-hosts,
Mr. Jones, aka Sam Jones, and Mr. Come First because you got to respect me, and to the right of me.
It's your boy Ted, What Happened Sports Talk, Ted and Josh. Doing it for both of work now.
It's your boy JR. Jazzy is MIA right now. She's on a road trip, so we hope she gets there safely.
Yeah, be safe.
Absolutely.
People can't drive out here.
Yep.
Man, this weather bipolar out here. Beginning of the week is 90, end of the week is 74 and rated.
I was about to say, it's the same.
It's the same out here, too. It's
Same
about
here.
like 70s, but it's about to rain like crazy.
Yeah, it's been raining. It rained like crazy yesterday, and it's going to rain again today. Actually, it rained this morning, then it's going to rain again later on.
Nah, it's drizzling out here right now, right in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's like off and on, but like it's the drizzle raindrops out here be big. They don't just be regular drizzle raindrops. So
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we need it too.
Yeah.
We need to hide the bodies back in Lake Mead again.
yeah, that's crazy. People still go swimming out there too. That's the craziest
Yeah,
part.
that's a crazy thing. Don't snorkel.
Body
Lord.
suit.
Don't snorkel.
Oh, Lord. All right. Well, with that being said, speaking of bodies, we can go ahead and talk about the bodies that did not drop this past weekend with this whack-ass boxing card that was on the zone. And they wanted $90 for the entire weekend. Anytime boxing is given a certain deal like that, that's how you know things about to be some bullshit. Because normally each event is $90. So the fact that they was offering $90 for the entire weekend, giving you a discount, they didn't want you that pissed. That's all it was. So with that being said, gentlemen, what fight stood out to you the most, and what's next for Garcia, Haney, Rowley? What's next for those guys?
I guess Teofimo too, right?
I'm about to say Team.
Oh yeah, Teofimo. Yeah, Teofimo.
Go ahead and just go ahead and get Lopez and Haney. Get that shit over with.
I'm gonna be honest.
You see backstage yesterday, was it Teofimo camp was going into Terrence Crawford?
Yeah.
Was that his girl or something? Or his sister or some shit?
I think that was his assistant, sister. It was somebody.
Yeah. Bub was like, shut your bitch ass up.
I said, damn, man. Illest nigga in Nebraska over here.
Exactly.
You're bored right now. That's what it is. He's bored.
Of course he is. That's okay. He got action coming up in September.
I ain't gonna talk about the fights that stood out so far this weekend. I'm gonna talk about the venue.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all think of that Times Square venue?
I mean,
you've been to New York. We all, been to New York. Yeah, I see.
It looked like they gave the freaking state of New York a blank check and just said, do whatever the hell y'all want, pretty much.
Pretty much. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I like the entrances. You know what I'm saying? I like the fighters. Coming up in Sprinter vans or Batmobiles and all that kind of stuff. I like that concept.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That '89 Batmobile was fire. But continue.
Yeah. I also liked, and I like the concept because I will say this: if you're smart enough where you could book a hotel there, like during that weekend before everything like really gets announced, then you could just watch the fights from your hotel room. Like you don't even gotta pay for the tickets at the fight. So I think that's a dope concept. I mean, and it's something that to me they were trying to bring back like that old, I want to say Caesar's Palace feel.
I miss Caesar's.
Yeah, like when they was boxing outside, so they was trying to bring back that old feel. So I applaud boxing for at least trying to get that nostalgia feel.
Yeah, and plus the weather was cool too, so it wasn't really as crazy, for Friday mid-evening type of event. So yeah, it's still in the 70s. So damn near it was in the 80s that day. So yeah,
and shout out to NYPD for keeping that thing safe.
Yeah. Like I said, they gave him a blank check. They gotta keep everything. They gotta keep it secure some way somehow. So now are we gonna see this a lot more? Possibly, but it's probably gonna be on probably like a 1 or 2 off, and then go right back to Vegas.
I don't think we might see it more, but it's still gonna be sparingly because how many people can actually get to sit down there? There ain't gonna be a lot of people in attendance.
Yeah, like what's the name?
It's a good visual for us watching on TV, but like to be there live.
Yeah,
I was about to say, like, I can't remember what venue it was. It was a few years ago, and I think Jared heard Ford on that card. But like, they were outside, and I think it was in California. Yeah. So like, we've seen that, and it looked like it was more seats.
Was it like Temecula?
Might have been.
Because I know they got
Pachanga or Morongo.
Yeah, it was one of those 2 or 3.
Talking about the Indian joint out there. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, probably Pachanga. Pachanga is like the nicest one out there.
Yeah, they're partnering with Palms, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
But I mean, like I said, it was something different from New York. New York needed to do something different versus Madison Square Garden and the Barclays Center. You know, that got old. But yeah, so it was decent. But yeah, I mean, can we talk about the overall event? I mean, I think out of a 10, I think we give it a 2 out of 10. Them boring ass fights.
I give it an incomplete.
Yeah, it's crazy that they even allowing Garcia to fight so soon. To me, at least it feels soon.
Yeah.
I told you it wasn't. It was dope in there, but it's not the dope that you thinking. He wasn't on no steroid. That nigga was coked out of his mind. That's what he was. That's all that was.
I mean, that's the last person you want to fight. Is somebody coked out of their mind. He not feeling nothing.
That's a Charlo brother. Yeah, you know, every fight in that joint high.
Let's be honest. The way that fight went, doping or not, you think it would have went a different way?
Yeah, he came in overweight. He came in.
But the thing is, Devin could have shut all that down. He could have rescheduled all that. He still went on the fight because he was confident he was going to beat him. The fact that he lost, that's why he did all that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, I mean, at the end of the day, to me,
that left hook was going to land regardless.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, for me, I'm saying for me personally, it still doesn't erase. You could do all the, you know, getting your zero back and all that. You do all that, bro. We saw the fight firsthand.
Exactly.
You still couldn't contain that right. You still can't move. You still can't block. Like
exactly.
It still showed.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, Friday didn't prove anything different because, bro, how do you set the record in boxing history for the lowest amount of punches thrown in a boxing match ever? How?
Who, Haney?
Yeah, he set the record. He set the all-time record for the lowest amount of punches ever being thrown in a boxing match.
I ain't gonna lie, I fell asleep like around.
Bro, what was it? The 5th round? I forgot what round. 15 total punches, dog.
Yeah, he wasn't letting his hands go. That was one of the things that I was like, this is crazy. I was like, you gotta punch back. Punch.
No.
And that was kind of like a theme of the weekend, other than I guess the Rolly fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On his side, that it's like everybody was just going in to get a quick check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody bringing the pain.
One city, New York, that check clear for the city and the state of New York, they did not give a damn. It was point blank period after that.
Nah. I'm glad Rolly won, man. He a good dude for real. I'm glad he won. He needed that because he lost what? He lost like what? 3 out the last 4.
Yeah.
He needed that one.
Tank be destroying these men. They get knocked out by Tank, and then they be
take them a little while to recover.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryan gonna get another fight. It might be against what we would call a tomato can, but he gonna get another fight.
Of course.
That main event picture might be over for him, unless he could talk his way into something.
So
Now,
how do these fights scope the boxing field now? Like, does it determine like who's gonna step up to get who now? Who's gonna do what
yeah,
now?
Yeah,
yeah.
the
So
Like,
only
how does
essentially,
yeah.
so essentially, Canelo, even though his fight was boring as well, he made history last night.
Ain't his fault. Ain't his fault.
No, of course not. But this is so basically the history that Canelo made. For those of y'all that don't know, is he's the first ever undisputed champion 2 times in
2 times.
a weight division.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
same one.
Yeah, the same
Did it,
one.
left, came back and got it again.
But
Exactly.
it is interesting to see him face off with Terence Crawford after the fight, though. I was like, they really about to do this.
No, well, they already announced it.
No,
September
so
12th, Las
when that
Vegas.
moment happened, it's the first time I could believe it's official.
Yeah, that's how I was. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
But
it's
I still don't know the weight. They're gonna fight at 160 or 154.
It's
Who
supposed to be 160.
160.
I'm gonna tell you
who
right
has
now,
the higher weight class?
Canelo can go all the way up to
Canelo
168.
fought at 168. Yeah, Canelo fought at 168 before. I think the highest Terrence fought was what, 147?
140.
Yeah, 147 when he beat Spence.
Yep.
So,
But looking at him
Last fight
stand,
too. No, his last fight he did go up, right? He did go up.
Yeah, he went up. He went up from
Yeah.
152 to 154. Yeah.
yeah,
Struggled
nah,
too.
he ain't at 154 yet. He's still at 147, right?
Yeah, he's
He struggled too.
Yeah,
that face off though, they look like the right size. He looked like the right size. Like, he didn't
Well,
look
here's
small.
the thing. Height-wise, I think he's taller than Canelo.
taller. He is
But
taller.
as far as body mass and everything,
Canelo
that's
got
where
him all
Canelo
day.
gets him.
Yeah. Canelo
But
is
what weight you think Terrence Crawford walks around at naturally?
naturally 154.
Yeah, I would say about 154.
Naturally 154.
Nah,
If you want to put on muscle,
157 and 160.
that's his tops though. Like we talking about a 167 top weight.
I mean, yesterday he looked like he was like 156. Yesterday.
Yeah, he looked like he got a nice size to him. Pause.
Yeah, but put it like this.
But let's get straight to the fight though. Who y'all think gonna win, and what's the keys to victories, all that stuff?
For both of them,
Me personally.
I got Canelo by decision.
I have Canelo by decision as well. Canelo hasn't been knocking nobody out. He just hasn't.
I mean,
I don't know.
until yesterday he dropped his last 4 opponents, but they all got back up.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be able to drop Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford.
He ain't gonna make Crawford touch the canvas. His legs too strong.
Yeah,
And
that's
his-
what I'm saying.
Yeah, and
It's just gonna be.
He's a great wrestler too. So
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say 8 rounds to 4, Canelo Alvarez.
yeah.
they
That's
won't
what I
let it
got.
go to 84. As boring as that Canelo fight yesterday, somebody had that shit. What? 2 rounds, 115, 13. So it'd probably be in that range. It'd probably be unanimous Canelo. But I think when you actually look at the fight, it's gonna be like almost a Triple G fight. People are gonna try to argue both ways, but Canelo gonna be the better boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing: a lot of people are gonna bet against Canelo this fight. Obviously, it's the culture, right?
Of
That's
course.
why they against him. But you talking about a man that's been inactive for over a year and then struggled against a mid-tier's last fight, even though he went up. His power ain't looked the same or anything.
Nah.
Against a guy who's pretty much fighting at his natural weight class today.
Now here's what I will say though, Mr. Jones, and I'll add this. I'm not disagreeing with anything, but here's what I was gonna say. I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying, but one thing that I know about Terrence Crawford and his camp is they are smart. So maybe they didn't want to show too much in that last fight.
I agree.
Because they knew that this Canelo fight was going to happen.
And he can fight switch. He can fight both hands.
Exactly.
That's a dangerous game to play too, though,
but the
right?
thing is, Terrence was tagging him and stuff that last fight. It was just his power ain't
Gotcha.
His power ain't translate.
I mean, here's the thing. Canelo has a chin. I don't think anybody's getting dropped in this fight.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a decision.
Nah, Canelo,
it's
Triple G. Of course he has a chin.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I just don't see it now. Where the sports books could clean up is actually allowing Canelo to get the KO. because I don't think anybody would be expecting that.
No, yeah,
Anybody.
Yeah,
If that happens, he had a go conversation.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, Terrence Crawford may take that dive. Shoot, that nigga want that check. That's all he's been trying to get.
I think he cares about his legacy a little bit, especially after this fight. He realized how big.
But he knows he's going to be in the Hall of Fame no matter what. So
of course he is. Of course he is. Here's the thing: Hall of Fame. It's a lock for him to be in the Hall of Fame.
It's just up to him. It's really up to him.
Yeah, because he's fought everybody.
Yeah.
Like
the problem is
crazy.
Yeah, the problem is just I hate to say it, it's a colorism thing. You know, when it's dark-skinned fighters and stuff like that, they don't get the same praise and the same, hoopla and hype around them. But let it be somebody who's fair skinned and all of that, they're gonna get all the hype. Honestly, how can I put this?
Floyd was a dark skinned.
Floyd was dark skinned, but Floyd had to talk his way, bro. Like, if Floyd didn't do all those antics that he did, he wouldn't be what he is today.
When he went from pretty boy to money.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. He had to rebrand himself.
About that. Yeah. Because until then, because if you think about it, he was really one of the first athletes to get Instagram popping, flexing all his cars, his jewelry, doing the 24/7s. All that kind of stuff. Like, that's what Floyd came up as. You know what I'm saying? Like, being that flashy guy. If he wasn't Mr. Flashy, I'm going to tell you right now, Floyd, he would still be successful, but he wouldn't be what he is today.
He owned the media, too. That's the thing.
Exactly.
I mean, it was smart business, too, with his own promotion company and then making sure that he was the one that, if I'm going to do my fight, then I'm going to put up the money to, like, it made sense. Like,
yeah, he kept the lights on that HBO in the mid 2000s, late 2000s.
That part,
of course
too.
He did. Of course
and then
he
with
did.
That's time and revived them a little bit.
He did. That's why he earned a name when he was with HBO, Mr. 24/7. Remember that was his nickname? Because that show didn't even start popping until Floyd. Yeah, that show.
Because, you know what I mean? It was Roy for a minute. Roy, HBO was Roy. And then after Roy, his loss, Floyd took advantage and became the star of HBO.
Hey, when Roy got knocked out as a kid, my heart broke so bad.
I know.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Is he dead? I thought he was dead.
He played around too fucking much.
That's what he did.
Oh, man.
Played around too fucking much.
My heart broke. Not Roy, no.
Yeah.
Second one.
Yeah. Well, who was it? Glenn Johnson?
Not Glenn Johnson, the second Tarver fight.
The second Tarver fight.
No. Well, the first fight ended in a draw. The second Tarver fight, he got knocked out. That was the first time he got knocked out. I'm saying that second time where he got knocked out when he fought Glenn Johnson.
I know he's talking about.
He got dominated that fight. He ain't really. Glenn Johnson beating his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Glenn Johnson cleaned him up, but the second Tarver fight, he was getting Tarver. He started doing that chicken dance and all that shit.
That's true.
It's like Anderson Silva and Weidman.
Oh, yeah. And it's weird, and that's even weird because both of them broke their damn legs. Like, that shit crazy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's probably the craziest thing I ever seen in my life live. When Anderson got knocked out the first. Like, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Just to hear 20,000 go quiet. Shit is crazy.
You know why? Those was 20,000 betting tickets that went right down the drain. That's why.
At least 19.5.
Exactly.
At least 19.5, but that fight in September, it got to be the fight of the century.
Oh, I agree. But the only thing is, I'm gonna tell you right now, but I did not like when I saw Terrence Crawford holding hands with the Turkish dude. I said, "This nigga done sold his soul. This is it." I said he about to lose like never before. Now
they fighting in Vegas, but the thing is they fighting the T-Mobile Allegiant because that fight could actually be an Allegiant.
It could. I would love for it to be an Allegiant.
Yeah, I'd rather.
I don't think a fight ever happened in Allegiant yet. So
they need to.
That would be
wild.
Well,
the only problem is, has the football schedule dropped yet?
No, I won't. Not till the 14th, the 12th, somewhere around that week, whatever that Thursday is.
Got you. So whatever be your telltale sign is, all you need to do is look and see if the Raiders are playing at home that Sunday. If they are, then it's not going to happen. Because that's too quick of a, you know what I'm saying, like recovery time to do, and it's going to have to be at T-Mobile.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it all depends on
Yeah, because remember when Spence and Crawford fought at the Cowboys Stadium, Cowboys was away that week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, they should. Yeah, they are fighting at Allegiant.
Okay.
They are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looked it up.
Because I was going to suggest the Sphere, but the Sphere only has like 18,000 capacity.
Only 18,000.
Boxing don't have the production for that. UFC had the production. That's why it was so well. I don't think boxing will put the production forward to have a fight like that.
Nah, Allegiant makes more sense.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you right now, and at least with Allegiant, I can tell you right now, at least some tickets would be affordable. If it was at the Sphere, I don't think none of us would be able to afford those tickets.
Yeah,
because with 18,000 seats, they're gonna want top dollar.
That's facts.
Yeah, I say them UFC tickets was astronomical, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that joint was Hollywood Boulevard out that joint. Nah, I'm good.
Exactly.
I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm not paying that. Absolutely not. Out your motherfucking mind.
I haven't paid for an event in years. I'm not doing it now.
Especially if the undercard is going to probably be ass. Yeah, I'm good.
Pretty much.
Nah, they're going to have a good undercard for this one.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, I will.
Here's the thing. I'll tell you right now. What's the name?
Just the hype of this fight. It's going to be a co-main event.
I'll tell you who needs to swallow their pride. So for the co-main event, he needs to realize that he's never going to be able to headline a venue like Allegiant. So he needs to go ahead and call his cousin or his brother, or whoever he refers to Terrence Crawford as, and Shakur Stevenson needs to go ahead and be the co-main event.
Against whom?
Devin, Haney, one of them. Teofimo, somebody.
Yeah, they got.
They haven't fought yet, huh? Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. Have they fought yet? Yeah, so then that needs to line up because Tank is knocking out most of these niggas. So it's like, who's Tank gonna fight next? Is really what I want to know.
Yeah, and Tank right now. What the problem is with Tank is on his Kanye right now, where it's pretty much like fuck everybody, fuck all the promoters, fuck every. So nobody's really touching Tank.
Right.
You said who he fighting? The Law. That's what he fighting.
Yeah.
You wild.
Nah, you know what though? You know what I would like to see? I got it. I got the perfect co-main event. You could do Lamont Roach versus Shakur Stevenson. There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like for the belt. Yeah.
Yep. Like for the belt. Everybody's anxious about seeing Roach get back in the ring.
Yeah, I ain't seeing Lamont fight no more this year until winning, probably, if he's going to fight this year.
Well, hopefully. Well, here's the thing. Lamont said
the money in the rematch, and he going main event. I wouldn't do it. I would.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is gonna get the rematch because it's high. They gonna wait for the rematch. Like yeah.
But here's the thing, though.
If something goes wrong in that fight, then he ain't getting this rematch.
Yeah, if he was smart, I wouldn't take it.
I would, because the reason why I say that is this. Yes, you main event.
If he get dog walk, he lose Tank. Nah.
But he's not gonna get dog walk against Shakur Stevenson. Come on, man. Shakur, come on. Mr. Slightly above average.
He's guaranteed.
I know, but he can fuck around, put on a boxing clinic. You don't know.
I get it, but Stevenson lately, he's 12 rounds at least at this point. Like he's thinking about points. He ain't thinking about knockouts anymore.
That's what I'm saying. You gonna get frustrated. You lose 9-3. What you gonna do?
He ain't get frustrated versus Tank, so he ain't gonna get frustrated versus Stevenson.
That's true.
But Tank gonna give you that action. Shakur ain't gonna give you that action.
That would be.
Is he ready? Is he ready to dance? Because Shakur gonna dance.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing, Jones. That's the thing right there. This is gonna mess up. This is gonna mess up Stevenson's record more than his. If he's busy, what they gonna say?
Yeah, I was about to say again. That's all Lamont got to do is really just come. The same fight that he fought against Tank for being busy and letting his hands go. He could steal that fight. He could steal it from Shakur.
It's not even about the stealing the fight. If he's just busy and he actually shows it, he's gonna get a bigger fight. Point blank, period. He's gonna get a bigger fight. It's gonna hurt Stevenson.
Is that quick bag in a what 4-month turnaround worth the biggest bag of your career? About
do you know? Yes, you know why? Because Tank is not even responding right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't even know what Tank gonna do at this point.
Tank still owes him money. He said Tank. He said he went to call Tank. I watched because I've been following Roach on some of these podcasts. And first he was saying that Tank basically wasn't responding to his calls and his texts and all that because it was Ramadan. And then after Ramadan was over, he said he went to call Tank one more time to ask him about the money. He got a do. Sorry, the number that you called is no longer in service. Tank done changed his number.
What you mean? He ain't got paid for that fight?
No. So him and Tank made a side bet of $250,000. Tank said that he was going to knock him out. Roach said, "No, you're not."
You charge that to the game. You ain't get that.
Nah, I'm talking shit every time I see you. I'm talking shit every. Oh, that's the nigga right there. Yeah, that's a nigga right there. I was just telling you about how that nigga did not pay his
first. You good? You got your fight. You know how many times this shit happen? He just making it public.
And then I'm talking shit like you can't knock me out, nigga. We already been through that, my nigga. Like I'm talking big shit.
Yeah, but you don't think that would put a little stain on Stevenson if he did fight Peterson and he don't knock him out. You don't think that's gonna be a stain?
Yeah, I think Roach got more to lose.
Yeah, of course Roach got more. But still.
Exactly. Why would you? I'll wait for the Tank fight.
No, but the thing is, you gotta think about it like this though. How often are you going to get a Stevenson fight?
Less often.
Not only that, Mr. Jones. Look at the venue that you're in. You're in a Legion that's holding 80 to 90,000.
Tank don't do rematches. This will probably be the first rematch in Tank's career.
That's because
I understand. That's if he accepts it. But that's if he accepts it.
That's if he accepts it.
It's already accepted. It's going to happen in 2026.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. But here's the thing though. You as Lamont Roach, you have to strike while the iron is hot. Like you talking about that, like if he wait till 2026, when in 2026 are we talking? When are we talking? February? We talking March again? Bro, that's over a year off. That's a year off.
We're talking summer.
Bro, that's even worse. Now you're talking about a year and a half off. People gonna be like, who the fuck is Lamont Roach?
No, they not, because everybody gonna remember the last fight. Hey, too many great fights happened in the boxing.
How long has it been since the fight?
Look, this is a situation.
When did the fight happen, Mr. Jones? When did the fight happen between Roach and
like 6 months out right now?
February.
We're 6 months out, and I can't get a hold of him.
It happened the same. It happened the same night as Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So you want this man to go a year and a half without fighting in hopes that Tank is going to give him a rematch.
Yeah, that's rough.
Take that Stevenson fight, bro. Take that Stevenson fight.
It's one of these situations. Two things could be right, to be honest with you, but he's definitely in the winning circle right now. Whatever he does,
you take that Stevenson's.
You take it if he even give it to you. Shakur don't fight everybody. He ain't gonna get that shit. This is all speculation at this point.
Right.
The thing that could happen is the Tank fight. That's the thing.
Right now, you're just playing. Right now, we're just playing book. The bookie. That's what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, fantasy bucket. We fantasy bucket.
Yeah, but at the same time. But that's what I would do if I was Roach. If it was offered to me, I would go ahead and take that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, if you had a Legion Stadium, that is a great cold main event. Actually, that would
and then that'll open up doors for him because if he puts on a good fight out there,
if they were smart, it would be the return of Spence. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Against who? A tomato can?
Yeah,
he can find some.
And Spence is still PBC or Al Heyman, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's still Al Heyman.
Yeah, that's all top rank. That's going to be for that Canelo and Crawford.
It's the ring. The ring under top rank because the ring is going to host it.
I think the ring is. I think Google it, but I think the ring, yeah.
Yeah, they top rank, bro.
Okay.
That's all. It's Al Haney. It's all. He's literally gonna have his hands on everything.
Gotta love it. Gotta love Al Heyman.
The Godfather.
Yeah, he's the roach. Big happen.
Yeah, so that's all it is, man. Like I don't know, but obviously
it's crazy how shocked people be, like casual fans, when they find out Al Heyman is actually a black dude.
Oh, of course.
You know, they think of black dudes and promoters, they're just Don King.
Don King, that's it.
Yeah, you know.
Now I'm trying to figure out what they're gonna do. Like, all right, Haney did not have a good showing on that night. On Friday night. He did not have a good showing.
Man, let me tell you something.
He still has a zero. That's what.
Let me tell you something. The only place I want to see Haney fight, it better not be nowhere near Las Vegas. It better be in Newark in a gymnasium some damn where.
Vegas, man. I don't think he's a Vegas guy.
No, he's not a Vegas guy.
Honestly, the winner of the weekend is Rolly.
Of course.
Yeah, because he was serious for once.
But the thing is, he could get a Haney fight easily now.
Of course he could.
He could go ahead and fight Shakur probably. Like, it really boosts his resume beating him.
It could.
Because, unfortunately, it's not a skill thing, but Ryan Garcia is actually a name.
Yeah,
I agree.
He beat a name, man.
Yeah. I agree.
But not only beat him, he knocked him the fuck out. But when you knock somebody out, that's a little different than
but the thing is, he been catching that man with that double hook for years. Because they sparred together before.
Yeah,
he catching up with that double left, but they sparred together.
Gotcha.
So it's basically just a sparring match, but they got a paycheck for it.
No, that's
essential.
That dude should never get a main event another day in his life. That man stole money. He laughed and smiled. He tried to tell Canelo, like, get the fuck out of my face, probably. He tried to tell him good fight after the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that guy knew what he
wicked.
That guy knew what he
body shots too.
Yeah, well, I was gonna tell you that guy who fought Canelo, he knew what he was doing. He knew this was gonna be the biggest payday of his life. So hey, let me go in there, let me survive.
I wouldn't be surprised if he retired after this.
Oh, of course, he got his money. He
got
other
enough
investment
money for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'm feeding my grandchildren with this." I'm God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that man, I can't believe they let him fight again so soon. After all the antics that he pulled in the last fight.
That man heard $5 million and said, "All right, I'll just be a punching bag."
Pretty much.
Like, he didn't even try, bro.
Of course not.
He was just eating body shots. That's
all.
Pretty
much. It's crazy, but this is the thing with Canelo when you sign him to your promotion. Sometimes you're gonna get those tomato can type of fights. Maybe
that's
you
true.
you get one star.
He had to be a mandatory.
Yeah, he was a mandatory. Yes, he was a mandatory. That's how he became undisputed. He had a belt.
He had a belt. Yeah, he definitely had a belt.
Yeah. I know.
That's how he became. That's how he became undisputed again.
Yeah, I know. But I was like, he had to be a mandatory. Like, where he come from?
I mean, I get what he's doing though. Like you said, every time you sign up to a promotion, you expect one star fight, but all the rest of them gonna be tomato cans.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because
that came out the Mexican trap.
I just feel like before, in the early days of Ryan Garcia, their marketing was phenomenal because I really thought that this nigga was a great boxer. I was just like, man, I didn't really watch him like that, but I was like, man, this nigga's putting up numbers.
I think he got a tank fight out of nowhere. That's how he got a tank fight.
Yeah.
And then when I seen him actually fight in the tank fight, and like when I actually started paying attention, I was like, oh, no, this is not gonna be too good.
But it's Tank though. Tank different.
It's just definitely different. He will take the fight just to beat the shit out of him. Like, it didn't matter.
He will. He will. All you got to do with Tank is get under his skin. If you talk enough shit to Tank, he'll go out there. Tank will be like, all right, hold this. Relax. I got this.
Then he
That's
talking
all you
shit
got
the
to
whole
do.
time while he boxing. That shit was funny. It's true.
Yeah.
You get under
That's
his
all you got to
skin.
do. Tell Tank, man, Tank, you ain't shit. They overhyping you. I've been watching tape on you. You ain't this and that. Tank will be all right, cool.
Just as Martin, what the hell happened when he was talking shit to Tank that one fight? His ass ain't been the same since. He might have won his last fight, but he been cautious about punching lately.
He sure have.
Hey, all right, man. Let's get into the next thing, man. These events, we forget the main thing. These events was actually trash. We got one more fight tonight. My number 2 pound for town still, but we'll see.
Never tomato. Let's go over the.
I'm about to say that this should be the knockout.
There's only 3 notable fighters in the goddamn division. Shit, they can't all beat tomato cans. Goddamn.
He ain't gonna
they're all international. You know how we be in America. We don't know they garbage. Like fuck that.
All right. Hey Jones, I'm gonna ask you this one question. Have you ever seen this other dude fight?
See, that's what I'm saying. He never had a fight in America, so how the fuck I'm gonna know? This might his first fight in America. But shout out to Noe, though. He finally made it to America. Shout out to him.
Yeah, because he wasn't gonna do it with old boy coming back when
he fight right here at T-Mobile in a few hours. So shout out to him. But yeah, let's get to the next thing here. Break it down. Round 1. I was thinking we did this a little bit different.
Yeah, I'm giving all the smoke.
GBU. We should do GBU.
All right. Yeah, let me go ahead and get my smoke out the way with the Clippers. Yet another playoff appearance. Yet again. I'm going to smoke the Kawhi Leonard. Niggas been letting Kawhi Leonard get away with this shit.
Hey, it wasn't on him. He was playing. That nigga James did a typical. He was playing off hard. Off hard. Don't do that to Kawhi. Kawhi was actually hooping.
No. Stop this shit.
I thought the ancestors in that one.
Who signed with the Clippers? Since day one. Who signed with the Clippers?
I mean, look, Paul George, what the fuck he did?
I don't want to hear about Paul George is in weird. That nigga Cancun. It don't even matter. But
talk that talk, bro. Talk that talk, please. Talk the talk.
We gotta stop pushing this shit off to the other star player on the Clippers. Who's the man on the Clippers?
Kawhi. He had 22. Nigga James went 2 for 8. What's he supposed to do with that?
Jones.
Powell went 4 for 11. What he supposed to do with that?
They still gave up a 17-0 run in the third quarter.
18. But continue.
Look at you. That's even worse.
I know. That's why I said it. 18. No, continue. Because I'm not disagreeing for what he's saying. Kawhi don't deserve all the smoke. There's other niggas out there like James Harden been doing this shit for 10 years.
He's the one riding around with the New Balances. Talking about he's the new king of LA. He can't even make it past the first round. Maybe even the second.
Yeah, now it's been 4 years since the Clippers have made it past the first round. That was the bubble, honestly. The bubble was the last time.
And look, and you got many Doc Rivers out this bitch out here, and he still got a goddamn job.
Many Doc Rivers.
Oh my gosh, nigga's cooking.
He is cooking.
I'm tired.
I mean,
if niggas want to talk about the Lakers and all this, and all like Milwaukee, who else in the East? Knicks, Pacers. Nah, fuck that. The Clippers need this smoke too.
No, they do. I mean, it's honestly overall these playoffs have been.
These playoffs have been horrendous. They've been blowout central.
Yeah, and I'm about to say, and here's what I'm pissed off about. Right, I'm pissed off for a couple things with the Clippers, and this is why they got to hold the L as well. So you do what you got to do, and you force a game 7, but you force a game 7 to basically get blown out. That's what you do.
With an undermanned Nuggets team.
Yeah. Undermanned.
Head coach on top of that.
Yep. No head coach. And you undermanned. But that's what you do.
One of the best big men of all time, and he did what he had to do.
Fuck all that, Jones. He still gave up 18 points in the freaking third
quarter. He's by far the best passing big man of all time.
I agree with that. But here's the thing, though. let's not act like Jokic had monster numbers in his game 7. He went 15, 10, and 8.
Yes.
That's it.
He almost had a triple-double.
No, bro. The man had 16 points. You know he was killing the Clippers this whole playoff series.
No, they had like 7 people with double figures. They played Spurs ball. What's wrong with that?
No. Don't get me wrong. What he did was good. Like he did enough for them to win.
He ran the team.
But he has done that since he been a Nugget. Has he not?
In the beginning, when he couldn't get past the second round, you gotta remember he was averaging like 30. They were losing.
Yeah, but then they added more gradually. They added more pieces around him though.
But they lost a lot of people. They lost a lot of pieces the past few years.
It didn't stop him now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
well, I already said they was gonna make it to the Western Conference Finals. I'm gonna stick to that, even though they next.
I mean, like I said, I had them at least second.
Who they play next?
They got OKC.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't got them.
7. It's going 7.
It's going. I don't got it going 7. I got OKC in 6.
That's reasonable too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be mad if they 5. OKC.
The only reason why I say that is because OKC has had too much reps. Like they got a sweep.
Nuggets can't run with them.
Huh?
True. The Nuggets can't run with them.
No, they can't. No, they can't. And the problem is with the Nuggets is because y'all went 7 games, what has just happened is you have no rest. So you have today off, and which you're traveling to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And then you got to play Monday.
Yeah, that's rough.
Super rough.
That travel and
now
play.
I'll tell you. Now, if y'all want
the X factor gonna be Michael Porter. He gotta shoot.
MP no J. Yeah, I agree.
No, he did all right yesterday.
He did. Now I'll tell you right now, though. I'll tell you who should be careful and how they treading, and who needs to be careful and who could be on upset alert. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Think the Pacers can beat them?
I think so. The Pacers beat them. The Pacers beat them 3 out of 4 times this season already.
Yeah, I think the only problem is though, Cleveland bench is crazy right now.
Yeah, they are.
They are. But I don't think
Indiana's second unit could keep up with Cleveland's second unit.
I get what you're saying.
I agree.
And do you think Siakam could check Evan Mobley's 7 games?
But here's the thing. It really you don't necessarily have to go 7. If the Pacers still game 1 tonight, which I think that they are, that's it. You can wrap that series up. It'll be over in about 6 games.
I can't see them beating the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about the Cavaliers, right?
I mean, it's the playoffs. I think they just got too much depth in every position outside of center.
That's true. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. The only thing that I'll say is it could come down to coaching blunders, which we've seen, which we can go ahead and talk about from quite a few teams that have just done stupid stuff, from J.J. Redick leaving in them old-ass senior citizens for the entire second half.
Yeah,
he's playing 2K.
Yeah, that's basically what he was doing. That nigga was playing 2K. Tyronn Lue with no adjustments for Game 7. We've seen some coaching blunders. Oh, the Pistons and all that, and Pistons and what they did down the stretch. So it's going to come down to the right coaching decisions.
Well, the Pistons, I think they lost off execution at the end. It started with that loose ball they had, and it bounced off Tobias Harris' chest out of bounds.
Yeah.
That was kind of like the beginning.
Well, if you just go off the series alone, you literally had a digit lead. You had a 21-0 run in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Yeah. It was terrible. And That was a great push off at the end for Brunson too.
Hey, I actually looked at that clip. It wasn't a push off. He actually fucked with that.
So. He pushed him off. It's fine.
Well, it's okay because it'll be Celtics in 5 for that.
I'm about to say, it's still the Celtics. I'm not crazy.
He said 5.
Yes. My brother, he seems to disagree. He thinks that the Knicks can win, but I'm like, bruh, like the Knicks have played all those extra games. Yeah, but what's the name? Not that healthy and all that.
The only way the Knicks could win this is literally Karl Anthony Towns going to have to average 30.
Yeah, I was going to say Cat going to have to go off.
He's going to have to average
that.
Which can happen. Which can happen.
But the only thing, like, he had to be consistent 30-10. It can't be like
25 and 8.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, like he had to do 30 and 10 for 7 straight, even 6 games straight. He had to do that.
I agree.
He can't have no fall off. If he had one fall off, they get blown up. Point blank period.
Because Brunson gonna get his.
Oh yeah, Brunson gonna always get his, but it's that supporting cast and what they gonna be able to do. And I'll tell you another X factor is gonna be the job that Josh Hart is gonna do if he's guarding Tatum or JB.
He's gonna get his ass cooked. It's gonna be fine.
No, I put him on JB more than Tatum. Truthfully.
Yeah.
Leave OG with Tatum, and put for real, they could actually put Miles Bridges on him, but it all depends how they want to run it. Truthfully, they got defenders. It's just
they got defenders. Here's the thing: they have defenders and they have a mismatch in that 5 position, like we said with Karl Anthony Towns, with Cat being the X factor. Because Porzingis is scared of getting hurt, so Porzingis don't even go down low like that anymore.
He stays outside the whole game. He's gonna be pretty much going to be not tired in the fourth quarter if need be.
Exactly, I agree.
So play at devil's advocate. They can do it. It's just it's so many factors into it though.
It's the Knicks.
And you got to think about it's the same thing with the Indiana series.
Yeah.
They benched.
No, I mean it's the bench, and it's going to be Tyrese Halliburton. If he's still carrying that chip on his shoulder of everybody calling him overrated, and he go out there and average 20 and 10, then the Pacers will be fine.
MT, my only pushback about that though, about him being called that. I looked at the first half of that season. He was looking overrated as fuck.
Well, he was, but my only thing is, so that list that came out, are they saying is it for this season? Is that what they saying? Like the most overrated this season? Because
it was for the season.
Okay, all right. Because I was about to say because last year he was just in the Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah. No, this was based off of this season, like just overall everything in the season, not overall.
Okay.
Because I think last year they had, if I'm not mistaken, they had. Where's my man from? They had De'Aaron Fox on the top 2 last year. Overrated. A guy that was in the top 10 of scoring and everything. He was.
Yeah, that's wild. Wild. Them list is just hating. That's all it is. That list is hating. But
it's from the players. That's the problem. From the players.
We do got Game 7 tonight though. Warriors and Rockets. Who y'all got?
Something's telling me the Rockets might get the
Yeah, something telling me the Rockets too.
Like some tell me the Rockets.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, because here's the thing, right?
Man, we done playoff, Jimmy.
No, because here's the problem. It's literally only Jimmy and Steph that's scoring.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yes, that's true.
So that's the problem. Like Buddy Hield, nigga, like, bruh, like take a bite out of something, okay? Like do what you gotta do. Okay? Because like the thing is you can't expect for Golden State to keep going on like this, essentially playing small ball, number one. And then number two, where only your 2 stars are scoring and doing all that. Yes, we seen Jimmy and all that do what he did in the East, but we've all talked about it on this show, right? And we've all agreed that the East is the weaker conference. So that shit that Jimmy was doing the last few years and taking Miami to the Eastern Conference Finals multiple times and taking them to the finals and all that kind of stuff.
Not 100% either.
Yeah, and that shit is not happening in the West. It's too much talent over there in the West.
And Draymond Green gonna have to fight for them rebounds. It's not gonna be an easy day for him.
If he stay in the game, this motherfucker here.
Yeah, he always doing something dumb,
This
kicking people,
here.
dropping elbows and dropping people's elbows and Hulkamania leg drops and all that. Like, what is wrong with you?
Draymond is the prime example that I got my shit. I don't care no more. He's the prime example of that right now. I got my rings. I don't give a fuck no more. That's literally what he's, because my man Sagoon is giving him the work in this.
I was about to say Sagoon might be the one.
That's what I was saying. It's not gonna be an easy day at the office for him. So you don't have to. Yeah,
and then by them adding Steven Adams to the starting lineup and giving him room to cook Draymond, nah, yeah, it's too much. The only problem with Houston is Jalen Green. He's the only problem right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else doing their part.
Yeah.
So everybody got Houston?
Yeah, I mean, it's just here's the thing. It's the factor of this too, right? A lot of people don't even realize this. History could very well repeat itself. And what I mean by that is, nigga, Ime is great. And people don't realize how good of a coach he is. And it takes him a little while to sometimes figure out what the opposing team is doing. But once he figures it out, that's it. Like, the defensive game plan that he draws up, as long as the team executes it, bro, they know how to shut down people. Like, they just do. So we saw with Boston, his second year in Boston, he took Boston to the finals. I'm not saying that the Houston Rockets are going to the finals, but I think that the Houston Rockets can give the Minnesota Timberwolves a better series. So I'm hoping that it's Houston.
They could beat Minnesota.
That's what I'm saying. They could. Technically, they could.
That's actually a bad matchup for Minnesota.
It's a horrible matchup. And that's what I'm saying. I think that Houston could win that one. But if Golden State plays Minnesota, ain't going to go the hell off.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. It's a storyline thing. He's taking out all the OGs. Mm-hmm. That's why I think Golden State go with. It's a storyline thing.
I get what you're saying.
I mean, logically and realistically, it should be Houston. But
Houston.
It's a storyline thing.
But here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing. You know what it's really going to depend on? I hate to do this. It's going to depend on if the sports books feel like fooling the public again. Because, like you said, he took out the Lakers in 5. I think the same thing is going to happen in Golden State.
Year. You know what I mean?
Swept KD last year.
He beat Joker in Game 7. You see what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying. I think it'll be
a storyline thing, man.
Yeah, me personally, if he gets Golden State, I think he beats Golden State in 5 as well.
I agree.
Golden State only win about one game.
Rudy
won about one game.
Rudy get his check this playoffs. That's what he about to do.
Rudy not only getting his check, people don't realize, bro, this is actually so, not to get too deep into it, but just like based off of like what I study and all that, Ant-Man is supposed to be having a good year based off of like the year that he was born and stuff like that. He's in that same boat as Kanye, me, Tom Brady, those individuals. That's his zodiac sign this year. So y'all gonna see more of this. Like that series that you saw against the Lakers, that ain't nothing. Ant-Man is about to go the fuck off, and it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up in the Western Conference Finals or possibly the championship against Boston.
Yeah, I say Western Conference Finals again.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if they go up against OKC, I'm taking Minnesota.
Shit.
Okay.
Shit.
Now, that'd be very entertaining, though. I ain't gonna fake, but I think I got OKC.
No, it's not. It might go 4. I ain't gonna lie.
Damn.
Nah.
You think you're gonna get 4? I don't think
hey, bro, you disrespectful.
Yeah, I don't think it's
disrespectful. Yeah, disrespectful.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I love Shea. I respect the hell out of Shea's game.
Shaq gonna go off.
I understand all of that, but bro, this is what I'm saying. Chet, first of all, he's fragile. But even just if he is healthy and all that, and whatever else. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm still taking Minnesota over OKC.
If Chat is even remotely 90% healthy right now, he's gonna get 20. He's gonna get 20.
Yeah, no, he's a freak of nature. But I feel like with OKC, I feel like we've seen this time and time again in their franchise history. Like we just had.
They gotta be different first. They gotta be different.
The player that will make the difference, though, truthfully, if it is, no matter who it is, no matter who they play next round, if J-Dub averages like 22, that 18 to 22 mark, they put teams out. It's just not. It's just going to be on them to say, "Hey, we can make this 5." Like it's really going to be up to them.
You said who? Who you say? I'm sorry.
Williams.
Okay, yeah. Jalen Williams.
Yeah,
you talking about the light? Yeah, you talking about the light skinned Duke Dennis? Yeah.
No. I'm talking about Jalen Williams, the other Williams.
Which one? All these niggas sound the same.
No, the dark skinned one. Number 9 from that team. He's literally number 2. He's literally their number 2 option on every game. He's their number 2 option.
Yeah.
So,
gotcha.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and predict these next rounds real quick.
Oh yeah. Hold on, Mr. Jones. Let me ask you this real quick before we get to the next rounds. Real quick, hockey. Who you got tonight? Game 7, Winnipeg or St. Louis?
That's tough. Ooh,
I'm gonna take the Jets. I'm gonna go Jets.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Canada too.
Only reason I want the Blues to win is because them niggas got the Hart trophy over the Capitals.
Hey, you hilarious. You hilarious, nigga.
Petty ass nigga. That's all you are. Petty.
No Caps too. Handling business in the first round. Y'all handle business. Go ahead to the Caps.
That's all you are. Petty ass nigga. But go ahead.
All right, let's get to the next round. You said Thunder and Nuggets. You got OKC, MC?
Yeah, I got Thunder and Nuggets.
Yeah, I got Nuggets at 6.
Nuggets at 6, huh? I can't even call it.
Hold on. Thunder and Nuggets. I'm going to say this. Yeah, Nuggets going to be too tight. I'm taking the Thunder.
I got Nuggets at 6.
Yeah, I got the Thunder too, actually.
You think I'm playing around? God damn it, I'm not.
Hey,
you said what?
Oh man, Cleveland Pacers.
Believe it or not, bro, I'm gonna take the Pacers.
Cleveland at 6.
I got Cleveland.
Here's the thing. This Cleveland team, for me personally, this Cleveland team is gonna have to show me, and the reason why is because I just feel like over the years, just from paying attention to sports and all that, we've seen this script. And like I've said before, and I'll say it again. This Cleveland team reminds me of that Atlanta Hawks team with Joe Johnson and Kyle Korver and Al Horford and all those guys where they go win 60-plus games in the regular season, and either they fall in the first or second round. So I'm going to take the Pacers.
I mean, it could go either way. I got to go in 7. Gotta go in 7. Oh, who knows? Because they might be pissed off. But Knicks and Celtics. We all got the Celtics, right?
Yeah, Celtics.
Yeah, Celtics. I'm not even going. Here's the thing. It was a couple people that tried to tell me, the Knicks could possibly win. I said, listen, man, when are you going? I told my brother when we was having this conversation, when are you going to stop falling for this shit? I told him, I said, you've been alive longer than me. You've been around longer than me. When are you going to stop falling for this shit? And what do I mean by that? Here's the thing. The Knicks, the Cowboys, the Lakers to a certain degree, but as long as the Lakers get like that generational talent, then they're okay. So I won't include them. Duke, Arizona, who else? I'm trying to go through all the major sports. The Yankees now, since sports betting has been popular. All of these teams, not even the Dodgers, because the Dodgers are doing what they got to do. Those teams, because they have such polarizing fan of, I'm sorry, because they have such rich history and everything like that in their respective leagues that they've been in, they have casual fans, and a lot of those casual fans are delusional.
You forgot the Chiefs.
No, not the Chiefs, because the Chiefs are a dynasty right now. I'm talking about teams that are actually winning it all, not the ones who appear like they are and then falter.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So those type of teams, that's what they do every year. They win, you know what I'm saying? They win, they have a nice winning percentage. They get you all hyped up. They might even win a game if it's the single game elimination, or they win a series. But guess what? They always find a way to let you down in the end. And so with the New York Knicks, here's the thing. And y'all gonna call me crazy for this. I actually think that the Knicks can go up 2-1 on the Boston Celtics.
Yes.
But they are going to find a way to fuck it up and lose the series. Remember a couple years ago, sorry to cut you off, Tay, and I'm gonna let you go. Remember a couple years ago when I think it was the 76ers who were up on the Celtics 2-1 or 3-1? Yeah. And they fucked it. This is exactly what's gonna happen with the Knicks. The same thing. They're going to go up 2-1 on the Celtics. And everybody in New York and all that is going to be excited and comfortable. And then the Celtics are just going to rip off 3 in a row.
Man, that was their window year too. Damn.
If the Celtics had, if the 76ers had beat the Celtics that year, the 76ers might have found themselves in the championship.
Yeah, they would definitely want to be in the championship that year.
Yeah.
Well, but now they're rebuilding, so it's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's Embiid's leaving.
Yeah.
Just like
that's all I'm saying.
It's not really going to be a bad thing, though, because Jamal can't even play more than 40 games.
No, he can't. And here's the thing. Not only can he not play more than 40 games, the nigga still getting a nice paycheck.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You know what?
So yeah.
Yeah, I'ma call Doge on him. I'ma call Elon Musk and say they need to investigate the 76ers payroll and see what the hell is going on. Seriously.
Yeah, it gotta be Maxi's team. So
yeah, it should be Maxi's team, and then on top of that, you paid a 4-year $212 for a guy with a bummed out knee, another bummed out knee. So
he can hoop though. He get numbers when he playing. But it's when he playing.
Who? Podcast P. That's what we're talking
about.
So yeah.
Talk that talk, Tay.
That man has not been the same since he left OKC. That was his last good year. Let's not forget about that.
No, not him. I'm talking about Embiid. Not him. No.
Oh, you talking about hospital girl? Embiid?
Yeah. When he on the court, he get numbers.
Yeah. When he's not in a hospital bed.
I'm just saying. Nah, the bigger question is Giannis going to stay in the next 2 years? Do you think Giannis going to stay or he's gone?
No, he's gone. He's
gone. Oh, no. He's gone. And I'm going to be honest with you. I said it on this show, and like I said it. When LeBron made his comments and all that, when he was bigging up Giannis and all that, this is all a ploy to try to get Giannis to not sign that extension and leave Milwaukee. But he's leaving. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Lakers, mark my words, whether LeBron is there or not, the Lakers are either going to get Giannis or they're going to get Joker. But I think that they're going to get Giannis more just because of obviously.
Joker might.
Yeah.
People play for one team his whole career.
Yeah, he may stay because Joker is not the type. Here's the thing. Obviously, he wants to win and he want to do what he got to do, but
he wants to stay in Denver to actually win it in Denver. Like he don't want to even think. He's not even thinking about free agency. He's like, I want to be a Nugget. That's just what
exactly.
Giannis, on the other hand, I even say Zion. They need him. They need him to
Yep, I agree.
Because as long as Doc Rivers the fucking coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, that man's gonna be miserable.
Yeah.
That's why he's knocking up his wife more and more. Because he know he got Doc Rivers as his fucking coach.
That's why. Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Nah. Doc Rivers got to go. If Milwaukee serious about winning and keeping Giannis, get Doc Rivers the fuck out of there. Period.
Agree.
And you might.
But here's the thing.
And then you got to change the fucking GM because what the fuck is Kyle Kuzma doing? That was gonna be my other Cancun boat nigga. I wanted to.
Well, here's my issue, right? Here's my issue with it all. At the end of the day, and no disrespect, but you put two losers together on one team and you expect them to be able to make this team work and all that. When I'm talking about that, I'm talking about Doc Rivers and Ham Sandwich. You expect both of them to put their heads together and bring you a championship? Absolutely not. And I knew, like I told y'all, it never fails with Milwaukee.
But it was all good before they got them. They was the number one seed, the top defensive team in the league, and they got rid of their coach fool, and they still didn't say why they got rid of Adrian Griffin.
Because Giannis wanted them gone. Because the players wanted them gone. That's the only thing I could think of. Something in the locker room.
Well, it was that, and then honestly, it was this too. I'm just going to tell y'all right now. It all goes back to history. Mm-hmm. And when you look at Wisconsin as a whole, right, and what they do and all that, like think about it. The last time that the Packers won multiple championships with a quarterback was when Curly Lambeau was the coach. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry, I'm sorry, not Lambeau, Lombardi. Sorry, my apologies. Yeah, when Lombardi won multiple championships. After that, everybody else there who's been in Wisconsin has won one championship, and then they've moved on from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem won them a championship, and what happened? He got traded to the Lakers. So Giannis fulfilled the prophecy.
He got sold to the Lakers. That's even more disrespectful.
Exactly.
He got sold to the Lakers.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I tried not to. Yeah, I was about to say I tried not to use that terminology. But yeah, he was sold to the Lakers.
It was back in it was back in the 60s. That's what they didn't call it trades. They called it they sold this nigga. That's what they did.
They sold the rights. They sold his rights.
Yeah, they sold his rights.
Yeah, so that's what they did.
That's crazy. I mean, they still. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, that's just Wisconsin. Wisconsin is never one of them.
Didn't start happening until like the 70s and 80s. Everything else was sold. Like Babe Ruth got sold to the Yankees. Like
he ain't lying though.
He's not lying.
Nah, they sell your rights. That's exactly what they say. Sell the rights to you.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The whole word trade didn't start happening until the 80s, like 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
It was nothing but a trademark back
then. But it's like at the end of the day, like that's what it is when it comes to Wisconsin. And I don't know, maybe because like the market isn't big enough. I don't know what it is.
The market.
Yeah. It's definitely the market size.
They just like, and then like you said, they get that window. They will have a time when they will get that one perimeter star that carry the whole city or the whole state. Bring people in that one chip or even multiple, depending on what it is, or at least have a window. And then once that window is closed, they're gone. That's
it. Yeah. No, that's it.
When you think about it, nobody wants to. When you think about it, certain places, nobody wants to spend their whole career there.
No, of course not.
Wisconsin is one of those states. It's just you just go there to play, get your bread up, get a chip. After that, I got my chip, I'm gone. That's just how it goes.
Oh, of course. And here's the thing. I've been there. Green Bay is not a bad city. The problem is it's just nothing to do. Like obviously if you're rich, you go buy a boat.
Eat cheese.
You could golf and drink.
Exactly. You golf, it's cheese curds, and then you go out on Lake Michigan. But the problem is with Lake Michigan is when you go out too far in Lake Michigan and you find yourself over there in Chicago, you say, damn, maybe I want to be over here in Chicago instead of Wisconsin.
Exactly.
And
Go
so
to that
you just
Bermuda Triangle, and you'd be like, "Oh, righty then, yeah,
exactly.
I'm leaving here."
Yeah. So it's just one of those things. It does. It runs its course. And I think Giannis, with his frustration, everything has ran its course. So I think him and Luka can be a nice tandem in LA that would, sell a lot of tickets, that would be dynamic. And what I give Giannis credit for, what a lot of people don't talk about is Giannis over the years, other than that blunder in that playoffs where he got hurt, Giannis is actually pretty good with staying healthy.
Yes, he is.
So that could work.
Yeah,
that could work
that for sure.
I mean, let's not forget. I mean, it's already been out that JJ, Luka, and Mitch was already at lunch already talking about what they're gonna do with the Lakers. So it's already out. The seed has already been planted. It's just depending on what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah. Well, the problem is the Lakers don't have any real draft capital to bring a Giannis over unless they're going to mortgage the future again of, a bunch of first rounders and then probably include LeBron and Bronny in it. That's the only way.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. Right?
No. I'm cool. But the thing is, are they going to do LeBron like that? That's the question.
Nah, I think out of anything, they probably will try to keep LeBron, and we probably give up Austin Reeves. This playoff kind of fucked his stock up a little bit.
It did.
Now you went from being like the third best option to like now they might fuck around and trade you like type.
Yeah. No, I agree. And you know who else they might include in that? They'll send Austin Reeves over. What's the Dalton Connect? They'll send him over.
Yep.
And first round picks.
Yep.
Yeah, bunch of picks. Rui Hachimura as well. They'll include him. And then some picks and future picks. They'll send all that over there to get Giannis. And then you'll have, a big three in Giannis, Bron, and Luka.
That would be crazy.
But for real, truthfully, if you can't get Giannis, I think the guy should try at least try to make happen. I think if the Lakers get their hands on Zion, his career is gonna change.
I don't think they're gonna let the Lakers do it, man. They always the one thing they always be blocking the Lakers, man.
Tay.
Lakers don't want Zion.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me just say this, Tay. You thought Mariah Mills was acting a fool then? When that nigga get over there in LA and he's over there with the other OnlyFans models.
He ain't got to worry about it because he's going to be in the capital OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to worry
about it. That's what I'm saying.
But in LA, they know how to play their position. So
exactly.
they come in, get them in, get them out.
Well, here's the problem, though. I get it. He'll pick the right ones, per se. But here's what's going to happen. Mariah Mills is going to be following him from burner accounts, figuring out the women who are liking his posts the most, and then put them on blast. Oh, so he's effing them. He putting them in the games and all that. He should have been doing this with me.
I don't know what voodoo that he done put on her ad. She has not been the same since, dog. She done got more BBLs and everything, dog. She's out this joint looking crazy.
He should have never done it from the start. I looked at her. I said, no, it's a no for me.
It looked like trouble.
Eventually, a man has to have standards. And here's the thing. I get it. He was in New Orleans, so he might have been a little bit bored. But you don't do that. You just don't do that.
Maybe she might have put something in his gumbo. Who knows? It's crazy.
She is. I let you do this to me. I let you do that to me and all that. I said, oh, this bitch right here. She don't know how to play her position.
Nah, that'd be the ones. That's why you're supposed to vet them.
Yeah, AJ, I ain't even gonna lie to you. The craziest thing that happened through that whole joint is that she faked the whole pregnancy out this bitch. The whole time. She faked the pregnancy.
Here's the thing, man. It's 2025.
Wait, she wasn't really pregnant?
No, she wasn't. No.
What?
And here's the problem. Yeah, and here's the problem, man. It's 2025, and the fact that women are still faking pregnancy just shows you how much the female race is sad.
So what?
But she did all that tweeting, all them leaking text messages and all that to find out she wasn't even pregnant the whole time. Not near kid in belly, nothing.
Bro, wait. So then this. Oh my lord.
Oh, here's the crazy part about it. While she was doing the tweet and everything, she had a restraining order against it. She wasn't even supposed to be doing the shit.
So does he? So is there? So what does he do? He press charges? Does he?
No,
she's definitely going into the Hall of Fame for this one. She did it in 2025.
We already inducted her like way back. We already inducted her.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know that she. I missed that announcement. I just thought this nigga was gonna have to pay up for the kid. That's crazy.
It's a lot. It's a lot more to that whole like Mariah Mills and Zion thing. A lot of people didn't put out. It's a whole. But because he's a ball player, he makes over $100 million. They ain't gonna report everything. They ain't put her out. They ain't doing the whole Jonathan Major shit. Just put all the details out.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah.
It's not, like I said, we said it before. I mean, we ain't gonna get in trouble for it because we said it before. When it comes to certain things, when it comes to the opposite of sex in general, the double standard shit is real. And that's one
of course it is.
That the double standard is real. Because if that was the other way around and Zion's acting crazy this and the third, he would probably been locked up already.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
The most double standard thing is DV cases, honestly.
Yeah. And this not even a DV. This is straight up harassment. Like this is not.
Let me tell you. Here's the thing. Johnny Depp proved it because what people don't realize is this. Yes, he did beat the initial case, but they still found him guilty of something else later on down the line.
I think it was wasn't there something about him like messing up the agreement, the divorce?
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Like he was messing up in contact with her or something, and he was still like texting her or some shit. Like
exactly. Even though she was reaching out to him, and he still ended up paying.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like when it comes to this is what I'm saying. This is why I don't. How can I put this? And I don't want to be insensitive when I say this. It's hard for me in a lot of these situations to even take women serious because with a lot of these things, women just sit up here, they cry, they do all these theatrics and all of that. And then when it comes out that it's not true, it's like everything just goes away. Those women don't get, you know what I'm saying? Like those women don't have to pay a penalty. They don't face any jail time, anything like that.
Yeah. That's what I'm like. She put up all that fuss. There's got to be some type of defamation of character lawsuit coming.
Well, right now it's still an ongoing thing. I don't know how long it's going to be ongoing, but it's been going on for like the past 2 years now. That they try to do something about it, but nothing is like it's still a process right now. It's still a process.
It is. But all right, Mr. Jones, what's next on the list?
Yeah.
Good old L of the week. Any L of the weeks? Any L's?
Yeah, let me go first, y'all, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Please. I'm gonna give Kanye West the L of the week again. And here's why.
Oh,
so I'm pissed off. I sent it to the group chat. Obviously Donda 2. Obviously Donda 2 release, right? And I remember, I'm telling you why he's gonna get the L, because I remember this was about 3, maybe even 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when he was doing the whole press run for Donda 2, and he was doing a live show, and what he ended up doing was he put it in movie theaters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, it was in movie theaters, and it was this big thing, and it was only going to be in movie theaters. And then once, all the tickets and all that was sold out, and, the movie theaters got their money, he released it on, like, YouTube and Apple Music. So right there's an L. Okay, because you lied to the people. Then those songs and all that was actually fire. You had all the artists there. You performed the songs. Yeah, like you was having mic issues, but for the most part, most of the songs were able to be performed. And, obviously some artists had passed away, Triple X and all that. Rest in peace to him. But the album, from what I heard at that time when I went to the movie theaters to see this, sounded like it was going to be a great album. And guess what? It was. But while you had all that hype and everything after you had released Donda and you did all this press run and all that for Donda 2, you didn't release the music. Now all of a sudden it's 2025 and you want to release it. And again, it's still a good album. But you released it 3 to 4 years later.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, you got that concept
Why?
for him to sell it. That's why. He had to fix something.
But I'm just trying to figure out why. Because at the end of the day, if you listen to the album, because when I heard the first song, I was like, all right, True Love. I was like, Triple X. Because again, 3 to 4 years, obviously our memory starts to go, especially with social media and all that.
Then they were saying that he might have to pull that song because his camp didn't authorize him to use it.
Gotcha.
But no, I was more for me to get him more of an ill, bro. Why are you still talking about a dead man? Virgil's been gone for how long now?
But here's another problem, though, right? And here's the thing, and I'm gonna add on to what you just said. He's talking about him, and Virgil this and Virgil that. But on Donda 2, he has a song where he's praising Virgil. He's praising him.
Yeah, his relation. I never understood his relationship with Virgil. I never it's weird. It's almost like Virgil was just better at him than what. People don't know Virgil was an architect. Virgil was he went to architectural school. Virgil was a very intelligent dude. So I think their relationship got very complicated because Mier might have met his creative match. So he goes back, and then with with his mental illness, that's his superpower. You see him flip-flop and going back and forth. Those are the emotions he be having when he be thinking about Virgil.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing with Kanye, right? At this point, I just think that Kanye has a kink of destroying everything that he builds around him and then building it back up. Yeah. I think that's his kink. I think that's what gets him off. Let me tear everything down when nobody else wants to F with me. I'm going to give it a few months because I have my money and I'm stable and I'm good. And then I'm going to see if I can rebuild it. And if I rebuild it, I'm just going to show the world again, that's how dumb you are and I'm smart. I think that's his kink at this point. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, what do you do when you got so much money that you can do whatever you want? You build and destroy, right?
Yeah. But the thing is, you don't go on a live stream. Even if you go on a live stream, whatever. Man say, I got to use the bathroom. Hey, where's Virgil grave at? Come on, son. You causing problems doing that shit.
That's disrespectful.
Exactly. You causing problems doing that shit. Don't think because the money shit, you got the money shit. But if it's some motherfuckers that's really out here about that, that's about Virgil's people, bro, they can't catch. They know where you at.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem that I have with all of it is Kanye doesn't have to do that if it makes sense.
He don't.
Kanye, if we're being real. If we're being honest, Kanye is literally, and correct me if I'm wrong, I may be wrong. Kanye is one of the most talented individuals on the face of the earth, period.
Yes.
And the reason why I say that is because he has multi-facets where he can sit up there and make money from. You get what I'm saying? Jay-Z is good at rapping. That's what Jay-Z mastered. He mastered being good at rap.
He's good with stuff. He's good with musical stuff, but fashion and everything, he won't be able to touch 50% of what he could do with that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you got Kanye, who he can make a billy from fashion. He can make a billy from music if he wanted to, and he can make a billy just off of just being an influencer and being on social media and all that, and just gaining the attention of the people. So it's one of those things where it's like, bro, why are you doing all this extra stuff? And the only conclusions I can come up with is he just has a kink for building shit up and tearing it down. That's it. That's it.
He playing Legos with his life.
Yeah.
That's basically what he's doing. That's basically what he's doing. But what Kanye needs to understand is this, right? With anything, there are people like the reason why, like Mick Jagger and Pink Floyd and whoever else is still performing and all that from back in the day that still has a family, Mariah Carey and etc. The reason why those individuals are still able to put together a tour and still sell out shows and all of that is because the people that grew up listening to them still love them. And so what you're doing is you're making yourself public enemy number one, where if you decide 10 years from now, 15 years from now, you want to turn around and do like a tour and stuff like that, those people, which is our generation that grew up on you, may say, you know what, man, fuck this. I'm not paying to go see this.
Yeah, you know what?
Hold on. You just brought up a great point. I just want to ask everybody this question. Do you think he will ever tour again?
Not the way that he's like presenting himself. No.
Yes.
I don't think he'll make it to a tour.
You just gotta give him time. Kanye West is great.
I don't think he'll finish it.
Kanye West is great for black people. He's how you watch the movie and when you're in the middle of the war scene, everything stops and then they bring like a cage and they let out one skinny nigga and he just grab it. Yeah. That's Kanye to us. So we gotta keep one of them in the chamber. You know what I mean? He's what scares the system 100%. He got too much money. He a black man and he can do whatever he wants. And he can say whatever he wants. He's their worst nightmare. Like we got to keep him around. So he's that curveball. You know what I mean? And we just got to understand that he needs extra love.
I don't think he'll finish a tour though. He might have a breakdown.
He might have he's gonna have an episode, bro. He did that shit with the Watch the Throne tour. He did
it on the last tour he had too.
I was about to say, here's the thing: the tour that I was even talking about, where what I'm saying, like it was on the movie theaters and all that, he couldn't finish it because when he kept rapping about the song and all that of like him and Kim K, because there's a song where he's talking about Kim K on this album and what she did for him and what they did together and all of that and what they accomplished. You could just tell, you could hear the pain in that song when he was pretty much just like, you know what, man, fuck this. I ain't got my wife no more. Like, bro, like I'm going crazy and like she just out here still looking good and just giving her body away to other dudes. Like I'm a snap.
She went right back to her ways. She was out here living her best life and got daughter with her. Oh God. And then daughter dressed up as Ice Spice. I know that set him off.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, bro, the funny thing about this whole situation, you married her, you got the kid. He must have thought them kids was gonna stop her from being who she is.
Exactly. It's never gonna stop.
I don't know what any of these men think when they date a Kardashian.
Just to get a pregnant, get a check and call it a day. That's literally what it is.
There's so many better options.
Well, here's the thing, too, and I'll just tell y'all right now, another thing that people aren't talking about is how much of a psyop the Kardashian family was. And what I mean by that, and I want to be careful on how I word this. So there are individuals who pretty much don't see color and say, hey, I'm going to date who I'm going to date and who I fall in love with, right? Like we have individuals that fall in that category. I'm talking to some of them now. But then you have other individuals that literally, and I can attest to this just based off of history and people that I've dealt with, where it's been a kink or a fetish for women of other races to want to have a mixed baby and all that. I find it funny that most of these Kardashians now, or the Jenners, whatever you want to call them, Kardashians, most of them now with white men. It was this whole fad and this whole phase where it was black athlete this, black entertainer that, and they were on the front force, you know what I'm saying? They were on the every blog, everything like that, and then all of a sudden, because Kylie, that's what she done. She done went white too.
Yeah. Hey, Jones. Hey, make this a banner. Blame Tristan Thompson.
Tristan was a nigga. I ain't gonna lie about that. Tristan was a nigga.
Was he the nigga that set it all off?
He wasn't.
He was the final straw to break the
Nah, OJ was the nigga that set it all off.
No. Here's why I tell you. Here's why I tell you it was Tristan. Because Tristan was doing nigga shit.
Yes.
Tristan was out here, and here's the sad part. Tristan is Canadian, so I don't even know where he learned this from. That's the crazy thing. He's Canadian.
They don't got niggas in Canada.
They do, but they not niggas.
But he was like American nigga. Like he been in Cleveland way.
American.
He was a real stepper, in other words.
Yeah. Because here's the thing with that,
he
right?
started having our ways a little too fast. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He ruined it because Reggie Bush got his heart broken by Kim. He wanted to stay with her.
Mm-hmm.
Ray J's another one. He got his heart broken. And then
you think so?
Yeah.
Reggie definitely was heartbroken because your man he wouldn't have everything.
I think Ray J might have kept it P.
I think you gotta remember who the fuck Ray J is in these streets.
Oh yeah.
Ray J.
Like,
you know what? You're right. I take back Ray J. Yeah, you know what? I take Ray J back.
This is also
Ray J, bro.
But you gotta remember this too, though. Ray J was making songs. Oh, I hit it first and all that, and doing all of that kind of stuff. You get what I'm saying? So he was still hurt behind it.
That's money.
Yeah, he got paid.
That's a bag. If it's gonna happen, you gotta remember
who released the tape. Who released it?
And Chris had came to him and they had a whole discussion and meeting about this.
Yeah, but Ray J also the same one. He'll keep it P, but at the same time, your man was still crying over his ex-wife on Love and Hip Hop. Like,
exactly. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. And Reggie, I'm gonna tell you right now, Reggie was so hurt behind him. Reggie tried to duplicate it. He went out there and got a chick that looked just like him and said, "You gonna be my wife." He was hurt.
The only difference was she was natural. That was the only thing that was different.
That's it. So at the end of the day, I'm just saying they influenced this whole culture where. And here's the thing, interracial dating, and I want to say this right now, interracial dating has always existed, always. But they were the ones that were how can I put this? They were they were at the front of the parade, basically saying, yes, let's do this.
Hey, you ever notice, we start seeing a lot more, I'm saying this as a joke, I'm trolling. You ever notice that most of the Million Man March, we always see a few white girls sprinkling here and there? You ever realize that?
Yeah. Well, not only that, I'm going to tell you right now, not only that, you go to your local, you know what I'm saying?
That's called reparations day.
Well, here's another thing too, though. You go to your
collaboration.
Hey, look, and y'all correct me on this. You go to your basketball prep school and see the star play on the team. Usually his name is Jaden. Okay? Let's be real. Okay? And we know what Jaden looks like. All right?
Jaden is the Patrick Mahomes is the super boss of the Jadens.
Yeah. Or it's a Gerald, but it's with the J, not the G. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. Look. It's either Jaden, Jalen, or Gerald. That's what it
is. Jerry dropping buckets. Jerry 27 and 10.
Yeah. But that's what it is. And again, and there's no disrespect to anybody out there who's in an interracial relationship or marriage or anything like that. But it's weird. Like I said, you just had some chicks that was just superficial with it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
and I'll keep it a buck too. Not to cut you off, into my bad. But
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing.
And also keep it a buck too. Most of the time with interracial dating, for real, depending on what it is, black, white, whatever the case, most of it is rebellion too.
Yeah.
Against the parents' wishes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
It's some aspects, yeah.
Yeah, in some aspect, it is rebellion because it's your parents telling, "Oh, well, you're not supposed to do this and that," and they want to be defiant, so they saying, "Okay, well, I'm gonna do that."
No more. Next thing you know, he
It depends on what part of the region you're from. It's a regional thing with that.
Yeah. But the fact that depending on who it is,
they don't really care too much out west.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
No, man. As soon as you get back to the house and they see what it is, man, you see the.
Yeah, that is true. And here's what I'm gonna add. Too. And you know what the craziest thing? And I'm gonna just go ahead and say this right now. The craziest thing to me is how can I word this? And then we got to get back on topic with something else. We're gonna go to new music after this. It kills me when certain individuals have the same skin complexion as us, but they're still prejudiced against us.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, you see that. That's something you see that's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to me because I'm just like, who do you think you are?
I like saying that to him too. I'll be letting him know, like, who do you think you are? Stand next to me. Put your arm right here.
That's what I'm saying.
It's almost because of that. It's almost like a classism thing.
I know if you know anybody that's in like the hair industry and all that. Oh, you hear it all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the first one to say, yeah, we need to, be there for our brothers, this and that third, but yet you'll take a whole vacation with a white man with no hesitation.
Yeah.
Don't know shit about, but you'll go on a trip with him though.
No, that's because people have officially become scared and given into the fear. So if they then support a black business and industry and it grows to be super massive and then that continues to grow and then that continues to grow, they're afraid of what's going to happen to them individually. So then they just prefer to so subconsciously, they won't admit to that, but subconsciously they, so they keep in their box and they, like you said, they go spend money outside. That's why money leaves our community at the rate that it does. It don't recycle. I got family members that will go. I can print anything, large format to small format. I can print anything you could think of. Billboards, I can get it printed. I have family members that will not come to me to get shit printed, and I'm like, you do know, and it got to the point what was it last year, the NBA in-season championship, all the shit that you saw them walking out to. I either had my hand in either the graphics or producing it or doing something and finishing it on the production floor. Like they don't care. They don't care. They're gonna go to Amazon and press that button and get, I'm like, damn, that's cold. So yeah, they rather, that's just what it is, So
yeah. And I got my L, and it's actually tying into the new music Friday. I'm sorry, we gotta call her out on her bullshit. We have been doing it, but we definitely gotta call her out on this bullshit. Next time you gotta get this L, man.
What'd she do?
So apparently she dropped this new song called Whenever or whatever. I knew it was something with ever in it.
Okay.
And apparently it didn't do well on the Billboard chart. I think it debuted at like 165 or something.
She flopped?
Oh,
she flopped.
It flopped
of course. That's why she shows.
I didn't even know she dropped.
Exactly. Okay. So you proved my point on that. All right, cool.
Damn,
so
and I listen to music like I didn't even know she dropped. Like that shit didn't even come across my radar.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I listen to drops, but I didn't know she dropped something. But she apparently dropped a song, and like I said, it flopped. It went to it debuted at 165 on Billboard. So she decided to go on IG Live.
Okay.
Something has to change. I might have to change. My fan base might have to change. This and that. I was like, you think?
Yeah, we don't want to see you stick your tongue out. And shit, look, listen, the sticking the tongue out and the face that she makes at this point, if no matter how much ass you shake, it's not gonna get. I'm gonna be looking at it like, fuck, man.
Here's what these celebrities need. Here's what these celebrities need to realize. Yeah. Go ahead.
So I was about to say, no, Meg got realized it. The rap game is like the NBA. It's like athletic windows. You have your 3 years. to get everything included. The Tory Lane shit happened, all that. You capitalize off all of that.
Mhm.
After 2 years after that event, that's your window. After that window is closed, everything you drop, if it ain't new, like if it ain't a new style, it ain't something that reinventing yourself.
Because she came out with bars. Like, this is why we liked her, because she was bad and she had bars. Too deadly, combination. But then she just gave into this hot girl summer ratchet shit. And I blame the West Coast and my generation specifically for this ratchet shit that's been going on, that you see that's what's been happening. Because ever since they started calling it ratchet and pushing that movement, it's just taken off like wildfire. And people don't like in rap, as a female, okay, you gonna make your music for your females, but then you gotta make music that everybody can listen to. And I'm not riding around bumping Meg Thee Stallion. I'm just not doing it. Now, she was spitting bars, like her songs where she got bars, and she with other people, and she doing this, and even songs where it's just her, and she just spitting straight bars. I got shit like that in my playlist. But I just, this ratchet shit I can't listen to. I didn't even listen to her new shit, so I'm assuming that it's ratchet.
I don't even know what it is, but whatever it was, it ain't connecting. And I think, like I said, I think the window has officially closed as far as that style with her. She has to go back to the drawing board, like truthfully.
Yeah.
Because as much as I don't like Nicki did reinvent herself after the whole thing. Like, it took Cardi B to happen for her to reinvent herself, but she had to reinvent herself though.
Well, Nicki had a bunch of personalities too, so reinventing herself was just bringing out a new personality that we didn't meet.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah. That and after the whole husband and brother thing, it kind of like put a damper on her shit too, though.
Oh, of course. Well, here's another thing.
Like, that stays with her forever. Like, for real, you literally married a damn child pedophile. Like, you literally.
Certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
Oh man,
he got papers. Like, he literally got papers. He had to pull an LT out here. He had to actually identify himself as a sex offender everywhere he goes.
Hey, damn, that's why I didn't even think about it. That's why Nicki definitely stayed out of that whole debacle. So once she heard that P word get thrown around, she's like, oh yeah, nope.
She was paying her brother's lawyer fees, and the man was literally charged for raping a 14-year-old.
Yeah, and that's pretty. I mean, and here's the thing, right? Obviously, like
raping. My bad.
Yeah. It's fine. But here's what I want to say. Obviously, right? Like, you're at a crossroad, because if it's your brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have a brother, Tay. Mm-hmm. So you want to believe him. If you have the money, you're going to help him out, because you don't want to see him spending the rest of his life in jail. But at the same time,
if I got to that shit, I ain't helping you.
I was about to say that. You got to be smart with it.
It's a lie to everything.
It's a lie.
It's a lie to everything.
Like, you can't pull a minister, minister society. You know, man, we don't know who robbed the liquor store. Then you got the tape. Next thing you get caught up, you like, bro, you had the tape. Like, what you want? Yeah. Like, they grabbed the tape from you, bro. Like, what you want?
It's like exactly. It's like Old Dog and Kane being up there in the liquor store. You hear everybody around the hood talking about that they robbed the liquor store and they killed somebody. Then Chauncey sends in the tape, so you actually got the tape showing that Old Dog eliminated 2 individuals, and went and got the tape, which was by far. Here's the thing. Can we go ahead? I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm sorry. I know this is a movie, but we got to give it L as well, because this YN self snitching stuff. This shit been going on since the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even Jones can say that. Even Jones got to admit to that one. It has been.
Yeah. Like, that's just bad. Come on, bruh. What are you doing? Why are you selling a tape? You're selling a tape of you committing a crime, a serious crime.
Wait,
that
who's
can land
doing
you
this?
for life in jail. Old Dog.
He talking about Minister Society. He talking about the movie.
Uh-huh.
But
if you think about it now as an adult, the plot kind of wild.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's still some reality to it. Because look at some of these dumb motherfuckers that be doing
That's
IG
what I'm
Live
saying.
right when they doing it, though.
This is what I'm saying. The YN culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, it hasn't gone anywhere. YN snitching on themselves, it's been, it's been since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
All right, and then before we move to new music, I do want to give a W. Godfather of Harlem, I got to give it to you, man. Your plot, everything like that. I think I know what's going to happen, but again, I don't want to be presumptuous.
I'm giving it
but
2 seasons. I'm giving it 2 more seasons, and that's it.
No. Here's the thing. I told people what needs to happen for Godfather of Harlem because obviously the reins were passed.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing the right thing. They're introducing the Frank Lucas character because now you can make the spinoff and carry it on with Frank Lucas.
Yeah.
Because now Bumpy is settled down. You know what I'm saying? He's out of the doogie business.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And he wants to do the right thing. This is the time now where we see the relationship or the true relationship that him and Frank Lucas actually had with one another, which again, I went and I watched a couple videos and all that on YouTube where his wife Mamie was basically saying, like, hey, like he was put that their whole relationship was portrayed wrong in what is that? American Gangster.
American Gangster, yeah.
They weren't like they knew each other. And yes, Frank did work for Bumpy, but he wasn't there on Bumpy's last day when Bumpy was passing away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Him and Bumpy did start off rough with one another, and they didn't get along.
Then he brought him in as a associate right after.
Exactly. Then he brought him in to take care of business and stuff like that. So yeah. So it was just So it's one of those things where we're seeing how this is playing out.
Yeah.
So I appreciate them for that. And they should be able to make a spinoff of that. I don't know if you're still gonna call it Godfather of Harlem or Prince of Harlem, whatever you're gonna call it. But everybody knows that the Frank Lucas story is just as interesting as Bumpy Johnson's, if not more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I say it's more interesting because, like you said, he's coming from pretty much down south to up north, and he's pretty much taken over a already well-oiled organization from one of the New York. Made his own much. So
I was about to say that, and not only that, he, as you could see, he was working with the Guineas at first, and then once he gets in that position where he's able to become the connect and go right to the source, he say, I'm cutting all of y'all out. It's literally all about me and my people.
Yep.
So so I appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah, no. That sounds good. Yeah.
No, it is. But I'll say this right now. We can go ahead and talk about it. Godfather of Harlem. Let's go ahead and talk about it. I'm sorry, not Godfather of Harlem. New music. Benny the Butcher. That project, fire.
Yeah, 7-track joint.
Yeah. And what I think he was doing, and you all can correct me if I'm wrong, but because a few people was like, "Oh my gosh, why is it just 7 tracks?" I'm like, I think it's literally because he was trying to He was trying to give this DJ, whoever this DJ is, a good look, and you know what I'm saying, do his thing. But that Benny is fire, like every track.
I think it was that. It's that. I think it's I think he
said what?
I think it was a time crunch thing. I think he wanted to release more, but he was like, "Nah, we on a time crunch. I just give you 7 for right now."
Gotcha.
Like, you know how I get sometimes. You in the studio, next thing you know, you're like, "All right, man, we gonna go ahead and do this, 10 to 12 song project." Time crunch. Nah, man, this just got due in by such and such. All right, fuck. All right, we do 7.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it, we just gotta do 7.
I was about to say, nonetheless, he did what he had to do.
It's a good 7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's still a good 7.
Definitely a good 7. I could listen to it from start to finish.
Yep. Shout out to Larry June for being on there. I just want to say that.
I ain't even gonna lie. I've been on this cushion orange juice. Tough.
Okay.
It
The
does get
Wiz
better every time
Khalifa
you
joint.
yeah, every time I listen to it, it does get better. I ain't gonna fake it.
Yeah, I've been on that. Like the original Cushion Orange Juice, one of my favorite of all
That's
time. So
legendary. Yeah, that's legendary. That's
you know what
legendary.
I mean.
Oh,
So
cool.
I was
The
excited
original,
to.
not the shit on streaming because they changed a couple of beats around. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, like
Clarence,
never been. The
Clarence.
original never been as made, man.
I can tell you this too. R&B is not dead. I just want to tell everybody that.
Nah, it's
Hey
not.
yo, you know what's crazy? I was in the car with my wife last night, and I had the same conversation with her about like how R&B changed over time and how it's like not the same. Like R&B has became kind of like hip hop. It became kind of ratchet in a way.
Yeah. You know,
Has,
And
but you still have.
and it's no Whitney or Luther or anything like powerful voices really.
you gotta
It's
go
no
to.
They
You
took
gotta
away.
go to The Voice for that.
Yeah.
yeah, it's no powerful voices like that in the days
It's
R&B.
Well,
more.
here's the. Go ahead.
I was about to say it's more of the artistry. The artistry is gone, but the music is there. If you get what I'm saying, like if you get what I'm saying,
Like
like
cookie cutter stuff.
yeah, like it's coming more. It's coming more oven. It's coming more microwave more than oven.
Yeah.
But me, I'm thinking like sonically, like it's really not that many powerful voices in R&B no more. You know, the best singers are actually in country right now. To be honest with you,
Well, here's the problem too. I'll just tell you right now. It's
like
the
country got
push.
the best singers right now, and it wasn't like that back then.
Well, here's the thing too, and I'll just add to this. It's not only that, but it's how can I put this? It's what people are.
It's
How
a
can I put this?
gravitational device. It's depending on what it is. It's hot. It's hot for the trend, not what the actual artist.
Exactly. And,
Yeah.
and like the issue that I have is like
That's true. Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
like the individuals now, like I'm kind of just like sitting and I'm like, bruh,
It's
like
algorithm.
come on, yeah. And it's like this generation is so built on or so predicated on trying to be, insensitive and trying to be so-called hardcore and not showing feelings and all that. Like Lettucey just dropped a new album. That shit was fire
Yeah.
from top to bottom.
Lettucey though.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's not going to get the hype and all that it deserves because,
What up 20 years ago? That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. It changed.
exactly.
It's the demographic. People that's listening, the ears have
It's trend.
changed too. Like a
Yeah,
lot of people.
everything's trend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people are too hard to
Yeah, but
be
that's
about love and
yeah. But
affection
that's
and
why
show
we want it.
vulnerability.
Yeah, but that's what just like what you said, yeah. But the funny thing is, that's why we appreciate the hers, the Janae's,
Yeah.
they drop.
The Miguel, yeah.
The Sir released the song. I don't
Yep.
know if you heard that
Oh no,
song.
I've been on Surf
Oh,
for years.
Sure
I've been on
enough.
Of
Surf.
course. Of course. He did a deluxe version. So, yeah.
Yeah,
No, Sir is definitely, he's where it's
Yeah.
at.
Sure enough.
like you
yeah.
know, what I'm saying? Even like for real, I think one of the most slept on artists in R&B is Jacob Lattimore, but he won't get to play because he don't do that type of music.
Yeah.
Dave Lattimore's dope.
Exactly.
He's definitely dope. And he just dropped a new project.
See what I'm saying? Like, and I was listening to that. Like,
Like 2 weeks ago, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
JL. That's the name of it. He just dropped a new project. But everybody just looks at him as Emmett, you know what I'm saying, from The Shy. That's
Exactly.
it.
Even Rotelli is a hell of an artist, but they will remember him for Drake. Like, but he's a hell of an artist.
I mean, granted, they did the same to Rotimi too on Power.
Yeah,
He's just great for Power, and that dude's dope.
It's like it's like is this? I'll say in this age now, mostly everybody we're more open to having the people stepping outside of their original thing. It's like once we in this age, they're used to having a one track mind. Like Timmy, they just know him from being Drake. They don't know him from actually being a singer.
I think Coco Joe's doing all right though.
She's doing okay, but she's still not. She can't be the leader of the forefront.
unfortunately.
And on top of that, she's in a relationship with an NBA player. So what will go off of her music
exactly.
or her dating?
Yeah, you got
exactly. In a relationship with an NBA player, and obviously she has a good role and everything on what's the name? She got a good role on Bel Air.
Yeah, like the only one that actually made like grade that line was Tiana Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you think like recently, she's the only one that grade that line.
She can do everything.
Tiana Taylor is dope.
Yeah.
She can do everything.
Like we know her as being a choreographer, singer. We remember her from the Sweet 16. Like that's how far back.
We do.
I remember back when she was trying to do the fashion shit.
Exactly, but the Sweet 16. That's how we first got introduced to Tiana Taylor.
Yeah.
Who is her parents?
I don't know.
They're not famous at all. I don't think they even.
They just have money like that.
No, so
she was.
So here's what happened. She was choreographing with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
And Chris Brown saw her and was like, "Yo, like you got moves, like you this and that." And so Chris Brown started bigging her up. And then obviously, like people like Kanye caught wind.
Yeah.
He started rocking with her, and then from there, it just took off from there.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Back when you could still get discovered like that, you know?
Yeah.
She was actually one of the first, like, outside of Khalees, she was one of the first, like, signed to Neptunes at the time. If not the only one.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I didn't know her story like that. I knew she just always been around.
I just think we care about it. I think we just care about our artists more than this generation does. Like we actually go backstories and everything with them. Like we, you know what I'm saying? Like now it's kind of like
it's accessible. Like back then, you had to like watch an interview to find out.
True.
Or read an article in a magazine.
Yeah, facts.
You can just Wikipedia, motherfucking now. Go on Google.
Of course, you can Wikipedia, and then nowadays, motherfuckers just go on Twitter and air out all their
Yeah, you know. Just interviews and magazines.
He used to lick my feet and do all they got all that crazy shit.
Yeah. That's all it is. It's like we actually, you know, it's like you said, it's more accessible. And you know,
and then like all the skeletons come out now after you die.
Exactly. Yeah, that privacy shit out the window now.
No.
That privacy joint is definitely out the window. We see
now we find out, you know what I'm saying, how nasty, you know what I'm saying, Dr. K was, all of that. I'm sorry, Martin Luther King. We figure out how nasty he is.
Yeah.
Leave my man.
I'm just.
But for real, the one person I always felt like that was one that even if the internet was going to pinpoint it, I think it was more the people like Hulk Hogan and all them, like them type of people. I already knew that was.
Oh yeah, I knew they was pieces of shit because most of them, if you hear their backstory, a lot of them didn't come from much. So you already knew that they had a type of rhetoric or background with them. It's just that when they got in the public eye, they dialed it back for their image. But most of them was pieces of shit.
Yeah, Brett Favre and over. Your man's out here, life out here fighting cancer. Your man out here sending solicited dick pics to interns.
We never gonna let this go. Hey, A-Rod the people in America.
Yo, he made I ain't gonna lie, he made A-Rod like cheating scandal look like a goddamn fairy tale. Like for real.
Nah, but it's the truth though. I mean, Tay is not wrong. I mean, it's just one of those. I mean, and then when you look at a lot of these actresses, you see that a lot of their roles and all that they're playing is just who they are in real life. One of the people.
Yellowstone. Most of the goddamn married couples on that joint met at work.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, another person, Sharon Stone, one of the biggest whores of the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah, damn.
He said, damn.
She was Melina, my nigga. Yeah, if you know WWE Melina, yeah, that was Sharon Stone back in the day.
Damn! I know. Look,
Listen, man.
He gave a shot 30 years later. Like.
Listen, man. It's real talk about real people. Sharon Stone, whore. Okay.
It's a 50 calendar time machine. I mean,
all I'll say is this. Hey, I better not ever see Tony Parker in public, bro. That man is a dirtbag, for real. Yo, man is a dirtbag for real for what he did to Brett Berry, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. What?
Yeah, Tony Parker, yeah.
I'll tell you right now, another person, Nicole Kidman. We get it, bitch. You done played about 4 straight roles where you messing with younger niggas.
Yeah.
We know you like getting young meat, okay? We know at this point.
Oh, J-Lo be doing it too.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about her.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Well,
I looked at J-Lo different when she was dating that white boy dancer.
Oh, yeah.
That's my homie, fucking Casper from. I know this nigga. I know this nigga sounds 16. I said, how the fuck? Like, this guy?
Yeah.
I never looked at J-Lo the same.
Hey.
All due respect, I fuck with my nigga, but damn.
Hey, JR, you gotta remember when you on tour, it's lonely on them roads, bro.
It is.
Lonely on them roads.
I don't know why he was saying that. I was thinking about Tupac in the background, though.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, it just blew my mind. Like,
all
same homie for the $1 million match.
But you know what? I give it up to the homie. You end up smashing J-Lo, living good. I know this nigga had a bunch of motorcycles, bunch of cars. Nigga.
Yeah, I'm about to say that was even smashing. He was actually living with her.
I'm saying this nigga.
He came up. He came up.
So now I just sound like a hater because it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Somebody got the whole upgrade package. Not only he smashing one of Hollywood's finest.
Man, I said, how the fuck?
They broke up because he started getting death threats from Diddy.
Oh my God, Diddy would have had to come kill me.
Yo.
Fuck that. Yeah. No, I was surprised.
She had two motherfuckers go crazy over her ass too. She had to spin the block back on Ben Affleck. You know that nigga crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. That was unpredicted.
I mean,
J-Lo
had a lot of rings.
Yeah, J-Lo got more rings than motherfucking Jordan, don't she?
I hope she ain't one of them type that would just give you like the A+ on the first time and then give you C- after.
Hey, you wild.
Like,
all right, man. Go ahead and end the show. End the show on that.
You know, you get the best head of your night, the best head of your life that night. Next thing you know, she don't suck dick no more.
Oh man! Oh my God! Them be the worst kind.
Oh my goodness!
My bad. That bring it back a flashback. I'm sorry.
Oh man!
You definitely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My bad.
Hit some dogs with that rock, goddamn.
Hey.
Damn.
I don't think she's one of those. I don't think she's one of those.
Man, stop it, Jones. You know she is. Her and Halle Berry. You stop it.
Well, Halle Berry, I don't need
listen.
I don't need no great yet.
Listen.
She might be one of those.
Well, Halle Berry playing her role anyway. That latest horror movie that she did was basically just her and her kids by themselves in the woods and all that, and she trying to scare them so they won't leave her. That's basically that. That's a lot of, unfortunately, that's a lot of single moms nowadays. Okay, they want to scare the kids and give them crazy rhetoric so they don't leave them and go explore the world and leave their ass behind. Let's be real.
Single moms just caught a stray.
Oh man!
Oh.
Look, everybody, I have a good week. Closing out the show.
Just remember, don't fall for the first time head move. Don't fall for it. That's how they will you in.
Get out of here, everybody. First time.
Oh my
That's what we
God.
call it. The first time hand move.
Signing off, MT.